Hey everybody, so let's start cooking. So I've turned the pot on and I put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in that. And initially what you want to do is you want to saute the onions and the garlic together first until the onions are a little bit translucent. And so you would want to do that. And you would saute these two things together and until it's translucent. So what this does is really brings out the flavor, that amazing garlic flavor that's then going to get folded into the spinach. And then at this point, I usually add this is basil, it's fresh basil. You can get this from the supermarket or you can grow your own. So apparently there's a version that does relatively well indoors. So other tips when if you want to stay emotionally connected while social distancing. So we talked a little bit about maybe virtually hanging out together, virtual happy hours. There's a lot of that going on. I understand that Netflix also has made available a way you can watch a movie with your friends, you can comment on it. So it's literally like that show where the couch show, people sitting on the couch and watching the shows and commenting. I feel that I heard that Netflix has allowed us to do that. And of course there is FaceTiming and all the other timings that there is to stay connected, because we really want to stay emotionally connected, because we don't want to forget that we care about each other. And we don't want it to make it so easily to perhaps forget about each other. And the other important thing here is that loneliness is a big, big key when it comes to us feeling depressed or anxiety levels going up. So one way to avoid loneliness while social distancing may be connecting with your friends and family through technology if you're not able to spend some time with them currently, and understanding that all the researchers are working really hard to get this under control. Now, back to the spinach. Enough of that. Let's add the peppers into this. And already this looks real. Oh, you should smell this. It smells amazing. And we've added that, and then I want to add some red pepper flakes, because I really love my dip with a little bit of spice. So we add the red pepper flakes into that, and then I put a little bit of oregano, and that actually comes out to about a 1/4 teaspoon. I know I'm saying a little bit here and there, but it really is dependent on taste, everybody. So it really depends on your taste buds. Now I'm going to add the star of the show, the spinach. And we're going to fold that in until the spinach is wilted. Now, another key thing here is you can use frozen spinach, which is easy to find. I believe it still is in your supermarket. And so you can have that for quite some time, frozen spinach, because unlike fresh spinach, it doesn't really, it can keep for a really, really long time. So you can have this anytime that you want to. Now, key things here is that some people would like this wilted and then just really have it like that and, put it on top of their toast. But what I like to do after I'm done to kind of give it that dip consistency is I use my super blender, I blend it up, and there you will have that consistency. And not too much, just a little bit of blending will usually do the trick. So what you're seeing here, or I'm seeing and telling you, is that the spinach is wilting very, very nicely, and it really looks really good. So ultimately now what I'm going to do here is add a little bit of coconut milk. And I'm not going to add a lot. This is maybe about a 1/4 cup, or even a little less than that, depending on how much spinach you put in there. Because remember, the idea is a creamy consistency. And I use coconut milk instead of cream because coconut milk is usually a little thicker, a little denser, gives a little bit more of a creamy taste without actually it being cream. Some people, again, add a little bit of cream cheese in with the coconut milk, again, for consistency. Throw that in, we see how it looks. And it's getting there. The idea is not to overwhelm with liquids because you are looking for a creamy consistency. And you don't want it to be too liquidy, so you want it to be thick, okay? So ultimately, that's about how long it takes. It doesn't really take very long. And then what I tend to do is just add a little bit of Himalayan salt to it. Just a touch. And your dip, at least the cooking part of it, is complete.